wealth building journey, here's 10 things I want you to take into mind. And here's why this is important for you. I realize that I like to teach high, middle, low. I like to teach from all different layers so everybody can get into this. First thing I need you to do is establish a plan. Right? You cannot succeed at anything if you do not have a plan. Right? We not freestyling our way to wealth. All right? The first thing we got to do is establish a plan. The plan allows us to understand where we're going. The next thing I need you to do is understand your risk. Listen to me. Listen to me well. If you know that losing $1 gonna make you panic, you need to write that down. If you know if your stock went down $10, you're gonna DM me and say, Trap, should I sell? If you know that's you need to write that down because you got to increase your capacity. Next, be tax efficient. I need you to understand where capital gains come in at. I need you to understand if you day trading, I need you to understand how to play that tax game just a little bit better. Get an understanding of it. 4, diversify. I'm going to be real with you. You don't need 40 stocks. The cheat code to beat the market is the lesser, the better. The cheat code to beating the market is the less stocks you own, the better. All right, let's go a little further. Don't chase tips. One of the things that I do on here, I don't give tips. I give lessons. Damn, Jose, you supposed to say, this here. He missed it. Cold-blooded alley-oop. All right, next. Invest and don't speculate because hope is not a strategy for us. Next, I need you to invest regularly. I need you to make this a part of your blueprint. So what does that mean, Trap? Do it mean buy stocks every month, every week? It means I need you to make it part of your paycheck, part of your pay period. Every time you get some money, you're putting it in your account. Every week, invest regularly. Put the money in your account. Why? Because you don't got to be right now. I just need you to be well. In position. In position. All right, next. Reinvest. Reinvest. For my people that's trading, I don't need you to trade right now to put the money in your pocket. I need you to trade to build up your portfolio so now you get to a point where your trades move the needle in your life. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Confronting poverty. Meaning, Trap, how do I live? A lot of people ask me, Trap, how do I live off investing? How do I live off trading? The first thing you got to do is stop taking the money you're making right now and spending it. Stop doing that. You need to take the money you have now so you can build it. So if you got dividends, I don't need you to cash the dividends out. I need the dividends to be reinvested so the dividends start building your positions up. If you're trading, I need you to not take the money out unless you're in a certain range, but I need you to start saying, yo, if I made one trade, if I'm doing options or whatever, if I bought 10 stocks in a trade, or if I bought 2 contracts, I need to figure out how eventually I can turn the 2 contracts to 20 contracts, or the 20 contracts to 40 contracts, or the 40 contracts to 80 contracts. So now when you make the trade, it changes, it moves the needle. We gotta stop thinking so premature. We taking premature profits. Ooh. You know it. Premature profits. Trap, I made $100, so? Let's turn 100 into 2. I'm glad you made 100. That's your first 100 from the market. How do we go get 200? Trap, I made 200. Great. How do we get the 200 turn into 400? Trap, I made 400. Cool. How do I turn the 400 into 1,000? We talking incremental growth, but watch this. Incremental growth leads to, what's the word I'm looking for? Leads to a quantum leap.
What's good, trappers, man? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Right now, I want to invite you to an amazing experience full of value. That is my community, Trappers Anonymous. It's 100% the greatest fundamental investing community on the market. Listen, your portfolio should be a masterpiece. And the only way we get you there is if we help you to learn how to invest with confidence. Now listen, I get it. Like, you don't know a lot about stocks, or maybe you've heard people say how much money they lost in stocks, but I can guarantee you, one, because they weren't in the community, and two, they lack the information. Our goal in Trappers Anonymous is to help you, really to hold your hand on the journey to becoming a confident investor, learning how to navigate through the different events that the stock market goes through, to take you from panic to encouragement. There's no better time than now. This is an opportunity only for those who are willing to be on the journey. So listen, man, click the link below. Come join me in Trappers Anonymous, man. I will see you in one of our many classes, whether it's Moat Monday, whether it's the 2-hour class we do on Sunday, or whether it's just a book club. Everything is geared toward making you a better investor so you can triple your net worth and turn your last name to an asset. It's your boy, Wall Street Trapper. See you in the trap.
Let's go a little further. Incremental growth leads to exponential profits. But because we think the 200 is dope, we ain't realizing that that $200 trade could one day be a $200,000 trade. And that's when the game starts changing. See, when people tell you, yo, the $1,000 you invested ain't enough, it probably don't be enough to change my life. It's gonna change my perspective though. The $1,000 that I invested might don't change my life, but it's gonna change my perspective. Because once I see what the $1,000 can do, it's gonna now entice me to go put 2,000 in it. Once I see what the 2,000 do, it's gonna entice me to put 3,000 in it. Once I see what the 3,000 is gonna do, it's gonna say, yo, I don't gotta go take that trip. I'm about to put the whole income tax check in there. Once you change your perspective, you can change your profit. Once you change the profit, freedom looks different for you. And I'm gonna keep it real with you, yo. Watch this, y'all. And you can ask anybody that trades, anybody that invests. Yo, the same rules, the same patterns, the same strategy that it takes to trade and invest $1,000 takes the same thing to invest $10,000. The only thing that changes is the emotion. That's the only thing that changes. The only thing that changes is the emotion. Once you can compartmentalize the emotion, you done unlock the whole nother level. Watch this. If you could do an option trade with 2 contracts, you could do it with 20. Because you're looking for the same thing. You're looking for the same thing. If you're a pattern, you're looking for the same pattern. If you're doing leaps, you're looking for the same thing. If you're scalping, you're looking for the same thing. What you're looking for don't change. The only thing that changes is the emotion. So once you get the emotion intact, it's a game changer. So this is why I tell people who learn from me, if it's investing, you need to understand where your risk tolerance is at. Because once you identify that, we can build you up. I can help you build because everybody's emotion to money gonna be different, right? Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, y'all. Bro, I lost $100,000 a year and a half ago with PayPal, bro. It ain't even shake me. I was like, damn, I lost 100 bands. My tolerance is, I bet. How do I not make the same mistake again? But I ain't scared of it. What happens is, let's go back. your avoidance of the conflict, your avoidance of the confrontation, your avoidance of the loss keeps you from moving forward. What we said earlier, fear keeps you from tapping into the possibilities. The possibilities are what gives you excitement and edge. Yo, I'm so excited when I make a trade. Yo, I'm like, bad. What? I'm about to go in this trade? I ain't scared to lose no money. If I'm being honest with y'all right now, I'm gonna just keep it 100. The only reason I really got out of the Apple trade, the Nvidia trade, was because I ain't want my people in the Patreon to lose money. If I'm being honest with y'all. That's the only reason I got out of them trades, because I wanted them to make the money. No matter how big or how small the profit was, I wanted them to make the money. For me, man, I'm gonna let that thing sit. I don't care. I'm being 100% honest. My people in the Patreon, I promise y'all, the only reason I got out the Apple trade and the Nvidia trade is because we was up so much, I ain't want y'all to give that back. Me personally, I don't care. I'm not buying a option trade. I'm not buying a leap to be out 6, 9, 8 months to be getting out of it in 3 months or 4 months. I'm about to let that thing run because I know the market gonna move how it's supposed to move. I only did that because I wanted y'all not to lose no money. If it was up to me, bro, I would have sat in that thing like, bet, I ain't tripping. That thing was up $9,000. It went all the way down to $62. I would have gave all that back because I had it out for a whole year. I don't care, it's gonna come back to me. I just ain't want y'all to lose no money because I know y'all tolerance ain't like my tolerance. I'm keeping it real. I don't care about losing no money because the market gonna give it to me every time. I'm patient. The market ain't gonna be more patient than me because the market always rewards patience. I'm keeping it real with y'all. But your fear of losing a little money gonna keep you from making a whole lot of money. I can stand in it. My trap masters will tell you, I stood in that 100K loss like, man, I ain't tripping on that. I bounced back. They gave it back to me at the end of the year. Started it, now I'm up another 115 right now. Man, I ain't tripping. I'm gonna make more money than I lose over the course of my journey. And once you have that visualization, once you have that mindset, you love the market, that's my edge. My advantage is I know I'm going to make more money playing this game than I lose this money playing this game over the long term. So some people can say, well, Trap, is because you got more money than me. Well, Trap, is because of this. Man, I don't know how much money you got. The difference is our mindset. That's the difference. You want to be wealthy. You want to get rich. You want to change your family's purchasing power. You want to be the person that leads and introduce your family to wealth, but you also the same person that don't want to take a loss. When you look at sports and people say, losing isn't an option, I'm gonna keep it real with you. You ain't being realistic. It's always an option. Losing is an option. It's an option. When you confront the fact that it's an option, it helps you move differently. But when you say losing is not an option, then you being unrealistic with yourself. And anytime you're not being real with yourself, you put yourself in a situation where you could get blindsided by life. Every day when I was in the street, I walk up, yup, today I could go to jail, today I could go to prison. So now what happens is when I walk on my door, I'm more vivid. I'm paying attention to what's going on. I'm aware of the adversities. I'm aware, I'm conscious. But if I tell myself I'm good, ain't nothing gonna happen, I'm getting blindsided when the people kick my door in. I get blindsided when I think the dude ain't gonna rat on me. I get blindsided. It's an option. It's on the table. But when I'm aware of the option, I can now navigate like it's a possibility, and that's what gives me the advantage. When I look at the market and I say, damn, we ain't gonna lose no money. Okay, how can we not lose money? Well, we gotta be aware everything's going. I'll go at the market, everything like, all right, yo, like, I can lose a trade right here. I can lose this, but guess what? I'm gonna win more than not lose. And because I put that in front of me, it can't blindside me. And then at the same time, I'm able to say, self-correct, Trap, we didn't identify this. We missed that. I ain't perfect, man. What happens in this game is, yo, we allow people to persuade us with fake realities. We allow people to show us all their wins, and we don't force them to show us their losses. And because we don't want to confront the losses, we don't want to confront the possibility that you can lose. So when somebody show you win, that's what you do. All you see is win. So when Trap come up here, I'm like, yep, we made money here, we lost a little money here, it's all right, y'all. We took a little L right here, it's all right, y'all. I ain't tripping. I want to look at the game from the full spectrum. That way I'm not lying to you. That way now I'm not selling you a dream. I ain't gonna sell you no dream. But what happens is once we understand, yo, I can take an L, it helps us move a little bit different. It helps us be a little more cautious. We keep our head on a swivel, but we confront the poverty. Avoidance is not the key to mastery. Confronting it is the key to mastery. Avoidance isn't the key to success. Confronting the failure is the key to success. Acknowledging it. Even in the Bible, what it say? It don't say, no weapons ain't gonna form, you gonna prosper. It says, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Meaning, they're going to be formed. They're going to come against you. You will take a hit. You will get burned. You will get the scars. You will fall down. You will bump your head. You will get punched in the face. But if you stay in the game, they will not prosper. It's talking about they not gonna prosper. So that's where my confidence comes from. My confidence comes from because I know I'm willing to play the game and I'm willing to sit when it burns. I'm willing to face the adversity. When it start hurting, I'm gonna push myself to do one more. I might complain a little bit, but I'm gonna push myself to do one more. The problem is, yo, we won't win and we don't want to look at the idea that, yo, we could lose a little money. So that's why we get scared of the market. That's why we get scared of the red days. But even on the other side, when we make a little money, Trap, I made $60. Should I take my money out? Why are you gonna take the money out? Did you not believe in the company? Well, I won't take it out in case it falls. So what if it falls? What we doing? We gotta start playing the game different. We playing this game for the long run, for the long haul. But we can take incremental wins along the way. I just learned something the other day. And it said, Bernard Arnault, him and his family own 70% of LVMH stock. He got all his kids on the boards, but then he put a clause in it. He put a clause in that said that they cannot sell the stock until 30 years after the date that he put them on it. And then after the 30 years, they can only sell a portion of it. I say, God, that's long haul. That's long haul. That's longevity. That's automatically saying that, yo, when y'all young ass get old, y'all can only sell so much. But look, you got to get after your kids too. Yo, even when he gone, he know they good. Long haul, immediately. That was something I didn't know you could do. Immediately, it changed my whole perspective. Bet, now my portfolio, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Now, my portfolio, it ain't even for me no more. The portfolio I'm building, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, yo. it ain't even for me no more. Recession portfolio is just for me to have fun. My long-term portfolios, my Roth IRAs, yo, they not even for me no more. I ain't lying to you. They not for me no more. It's for my daughter, it's for her kids, it's for it. Yo, I'm about to go to my people and say, yo, let's put in here that my daughter can't, the day I pass away, she can't sell these 40 acres of land and she can't sell none of these stocks for 30 years. And after 30 years, after I pass, she can only sell a portion of it because the other portion got to go to her kids. Game changer. Game changer. I wasn't even thinking like that. But what happens is, once we get introduced to new information, it's supposed to change our perspective. We get introduced to new information that don't change us at all. What's the purpose of getting the information? Confronting the poverty. Y'all thought I was just talking about being broke and poor? I'm talking about the mindset that come with it. I'm talking about the shit that poverty make you fear. That's what I'm talking about when I say confront the poverty. What does it make you fear? What does it make you avoid? That's what you gotta confront. That's the fear that keeps you from going to the next level. You scared of that. But you gotta say you scared of it. You gotta say, yo, this is my fear. And then you gotta stand in it, because in order to increase your territory, you gotta increase your capacity. And the only way you increase your capacity is acknowledging it and standing in it, and standing in it when it hurt, standing in it when you're scared, standing in it when you take the loss, learn from it, so when you get confronted with it again, it doesn't affect you the same way. It doesn't affect you the same way. Think about this. If somebody threw you in a dark room when you was little, you got scared. You panicked a little while. But watch this. If you stood in it for a little bit, after the fear goes and after that anxiety moves, after the uncertainty passes you, if you stand there, what happens? You literally start seeing what's going on in the room. Your eyesight start to adjust. Your hearing start to adjust, because when your eyes can't see, you start to hear, you start to smell a little more. What happens is you've already increased your capacity. But what happened was you had to overcome the anxiety. You had to overcome the fear of not knowing. You had to overcome the uncertainty. It took you a little minute. It may have took some people 5 minutes. It may have took some people 10 minutes. It may take some people 30 minutes. It may take some people an hour. But guess what? If you stood in it long enough, you be like, yo, I can see what's going on in here. I ain't tripping no more. I don't smell no danger. I don't feel no danger. I don't hear no danger. I'm good. You ain't even gotta get the key no more. I'm straight. I ain't scared. Bet. Same thing, man. Same rules apply. Staying in it for a little minute. Because there's an old saying, what don't kill me makes me stronger. But don't kill me makes me stronger. Stronger? What does strong equate to in your life? What does strong get you? What does strong help you overcome? What does strong help you become the champion of? When I got stronger, I started making better decisions. When I got stronger, I started changing my family life. Because I understood that everybody ain't had the same capacity that I had. But guess what? I had been through enough fire to where I knew I was gold. So I had been through the fire. I know what it felt like to be burned. Like, bet, that's a burn mark. And I understood that coming out on the other side of that fire once my people saw me come through the fire, guess what it did to them? It gave them the power, the strength, the courage, the influence that they can go through the fire too. And if I went and got them, it gave them more courage because they said, guess what? I can follow cuz. I can follow I can follow my daddy. I can follow my cousin. I can follow my nephew. I can follow my son because he's been through the fire. And he got this thing about him. He got this courage. It don't matter how tight it's getting. It don't matter how stuff crumbling. He can operate through the chaos. And it's because he can operate through the chaos. It's because he can operate through the confusion where I am influenced by his audacity. Who will you influence? But in order to influence, you first got to get burned. And if you ain't ready to get burned, you wasting my time and yours. There we go. Good job, Today, my dog. Last but not least, man, stick to your plan. Number 10, stick to your plan.